Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some exciting developments in Hong Kong. First up, we have a surge of IPOs on the horizon as major companies from mainland China are looking to bolster Hong Kong's status as a financial hub. With at least 20 companies filing to trade H shares in Hong Kong, this could mean big things for the local economy and investors alike. Next, don't forget to bundle up. A cold wave is set to hit Hong Kong, with temperatures dropping to as low as 7 degrees Celsius this weekend. The Hong Kong Observatory has warned of strong winds and potential frost in certain areas, so make sure to stay warm and keep an eye on those vulnerable individuals in your community. Lastly, Hong Kong is not just about business and weather, it's also about talent. With world-class athletes like Judd Trump moving to the city, there's a buzz about how attracting top talent can enhance Hong Kong's global standing. This could lead to exciting opportunities for tourism and innovation. Please stay tuned for more detailed content. Reuters Breaking Views highlights the urgency for Hong Kong to attract IPOs from mainland companies as Beijing aims to reinforce the city's status as a financial hub. With at least 20 companies, including major players like Jiangsu Hengrui and Foshan Haitian Flavoring and Food, filing for H-share listings, the potential market value is significant. The recent success of Media's $4 billion offering has reignited interest in Hong Kong listings after a period of stagnation, particularly following the government's crackdown on tech startups. As traditional fundraising methods dwindle, such as follow-on offerings on the mainland and the challenges of overseas listings due to geopolitical tensions, Hong Kong stands to benefit as companies seek access to international capital. South China Morning Post discusses the implications of high-profile snooker players like Judd Trump and Ronnie O'Sullivan moving to Hong Kong under the Quality Migrant Admission Scheme. Their residency not only highlights the city's attractive tax policies but also presents an opportunity for Hong Kong to leverage these athletes as ambassadors for tourism. By inviting more top sports figures to participate in local events and showcasing the city's unique offerings, Hong Kong could enhance its global image. Furthermore, the article suggests that the city should also target other high-achieving individuals, such as academics and tech innovators, to bolster its reputation as a center for excellence and innovation. South China Morning Post reports on an impending cold wave set to hit Hong Kong, with temperatures expected to plunge to 7 degrees Celsius or lower in some areas over the weekend. The Hong Kong Observatory warns of persistently cold conditions influenced by a strong winter monsoon, with urban areas forecasted to experience temperatures around 11 to 12 degrees. Residents are advised to keep warm and look out for vulnerable populations as frost is anticipated in the new territories and on high ground. The report notes that this winter has already recorded low temperatures, and while a slight warming trend is expected next week, the overall climate pattern suggests a significant long-term increase in temperatures for Hong Kong. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong stocks have experienced a rebound, breaking a 6-day losing streak largely due to Tencent Holdings' recovery. The Hang Seng Index rose by 0.3%, reaching 19,341.41 points, following a dip to its lowest level since late November. Tencent saw a 2.3% increase in its shares, bouncing back after a significant market sell-off attributed to its addition to a U.S. blacklist of Chinese military companies. Other tech firms like SMIC and Alibaba also saw gains, while the broader market remains cautious due to ongoing concerns about deflation and economic policies under the incoming U.S. administration. The Chinese economy continues to face challenges, with producer prices declining for the 27th consecutive month. Nikkei Asia highlights the persistent deflationary pressures in China, as the Consumer Price Index, CPI, rose only 0.1% in December, marking the lowest inflation rate in 9 months. This decline in consumer prices, driven by falling food costs, raises alarms about the potential for a deflationary spiral that could further hinder economic growth. While the Producer Price Index, PPI, also continues to reflect negative growth, the Chinese government has been attempting to stimulate the economy through various measures. However, economic indicators remain weak, with retail sales and manufacturing activity falling short of expectations, prompting calls for increased domestic consumption to offset external pressures, especially in light of the anticipated U.S. tariff increases. Nikkei Asia also reports on Hong Kong companies striving to secure American funding despite rising geopolitical tensions and regulatory challenges. Albert Wong, CEO of the Hong Kong Science and Technology Park, emphasized the importance of maintaining connections with the U.S. market during the CES trade show in Las Vegas. Despite the difficulties posed by the national security law and the potential closure of trade offices, Wong believes that strong technology can still attract attention from U.S. investors. The HKSTP has been proactive in facilitating participation in international trade shows and securing investments for local startups. Plans are underway to send more startups to Silicon Valley, aiming to navigate the challenges and continue Hong Kong's role as a vital international R&D hub. South China Morning Post reports that Indonesia is becoming a prime destination for Chinese logistics companies, particularly in the supply chain sector. Michael Tung, managing director of SF Supply Chain, emphasized the potential for growth in Indonesia's economy, which is expected to double its GDP by 2045. With a population projected to reach 324 million, the country is poised to become a major consumer market. Tung highlighted the logistical challenges of operating in an archipelago of 15,000 islands, citing the difficulty of transporting electric vehicles from Jakarta to Bali as an example. SF Supply Chain's experience in e-commerce and advanced technology positions them well to address these challenges and capitalize on the opportunities in Indonesia's burgeoning market. In another article, South China Morning Post announces that Cathay Pacific Airways will resume direct flights from Hong Kong to Rome this summer, expanding its European network to 12 destinations. The service, which had been suspended due to the pandemic, will operate 3 times a week from June 5 to October 25. Cathay's Chief Customer and Commercial Officer, Lavinia Lau, expressed excitement about returning to Italy, especially with the upcoming Catholic Church's Jubilee year in 2025. The airline's commitment to restoring its passenger flights to pre-pandemic levels is evident, as they plan to launch additional routes to cities like Hyderabad and Dallas later this year. Lastly, South China Morning Post shares that Hong Kong is sending its largest ever delegation to the Asian Winter Games, with 76 athletes competing in 5 sports in Harbin. The team includes Olympians and junior Olympians, showcasing a blend of youth and experience. Chef de mission Kenneth Falk noted that the size of the delegation is a significant achievement, as Hong Kong has struggled to secure medals in previous Winter Games. With a strong focus on growth and experience, the team aims to represent Hong Kong with pride, despite the challenges posed by limited training facilities. The last time Hong Kong competed in the Asian Winter Games was over 7 years ago, and the upcoming event presents an opportunity for the younger generation to gain invaluable experience in a competitive setting. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong lawmakers are expressing frustration over the government's lack of action against ticket touts, particularly in light of the absence of any convictions for ticket scalping since 2022. Despite a law that prohibits the resale of tickets at inflated prices, enforcement has been minimal, leading to concerns that unauthorized sales are undermining the city's tourism and public image, especially with major events like Coldplay concerts on the horizon. Lawmakers highlighted the detrimental effects of scalping on both residents and tourists, with one legislator sharing her own experience of spending over 3,000 Hong Kong dollars for a ticket that originally cost less than 1,000 Hong Kong dollars. The government has been urged to explore legislative measures to effectively combat this issue. In another article from South China Morning Post, New World Development, NWD, is facing significant financial troubles, with its shares plummeting nearly 30% since the appointment of a new CEO in November. The company has struggled to reduce its substantial debt, which has risen alarmingly, prompting it to sell off assets in a desperate bid to stabilize its finances. NWD's recent asset sales included its stake in the Kai Tak Sports Park and a significant portion of a Shenzhen office building. Analysts remain pessimistic about the company's outlook, with many recommending a sell rating on its stock as investor confidence wanes amidst ongoing liquidity concerns. The Sydney Morning Herald indicates that the Australian share market is poised for a decline following modest gains on Wall Street. Futures suggest a 0.37% drop at the open, reflecting a cautious sentiment after recent economic reports stirred fears of persistent inflation and interest rates. The report highlights the delicate balance the Federal Reserve must maintain as it considers future rate cuts, with upcoming jobs data expected to play a critical role in shaping market reactions. The article noted that while some companies like eBay and Cal-Maine Foods saw positive movements, the broader market remains mixed, with uncertainty looming over the economic landscape as investors await clearer signals on employment and inflation trends. South China Morning Post reports on the colorful dating history of American DJ Diplo, who has had relationships with notable figures like MIA and Katy Perry. His most significant relationship was with MIA from 2003 to 2008, marked by both collaboration and conflict, as they later exchanged harsh words regarding each other's careers. Diplo is also a father of 3 sons from different relationships, including his first child with Catherine Lockhart and another with model Jevon King. Additionally, he has been linked to various celebrities over the years, including Madonna and Kate Hudson, while facing legal issues surrounding allegations of sexual misconduct from a former partner. In another piece, South China Morning Post highlights the rekindled romance rumors between former Top Chef host Padma Lakshmi and poet Terrence Hayes. The couple, who briefly dated in 2021, have been spotted together multiple times in New York, suggesting a potential reconciliation. Hayes, a celebrated poet and English professor at New York University, has a rich academic background and has received numerous accolades for his work, including a MacArthur Fellowship. Their relationship appears to be blossoming once more, as they were recently seen enjoying each other's company while walking Lakshmi's dog. Lastly, the South China Morning Post delves into the life of Jay Lin, the ex-wife of rapper Anderson .Paak, who recently sparked romance rumors with Mariah Carey. Lin, a gospel singer originally from Seoul, met .Paak while studying at the Musicians Institute in Los Angeles. Their marriage lasted 13 years, during which they faced significant challenges, including financial instability after the birth of their first child. The couple shares 2 sons, and despite their divorce, .Paak has expressed pride in their multicultural family, particularly noting that their eldest son is fluent in Korean. As .Paak moves on with his life, Lin continues to carve out her own identity in the music scene. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
revealed, voices loud, headlines flashing wild. We're in a frame and now, stories told, it's time to plow. Eyes glued, truth pursued, understanding woven through. Heartbeats race breaking through, knowledge spreads the new view. Breaking the news, breaking the day, truth and insight our way. Every story, every play, live and clear we convey. Shadows lift, facts unfold, moments chasing, stories told. Heroes, villains, tales of old. In this hour, truth is gold. Depths revealed, voices bright, news in focus, black and white. Every angle sheds some light, morning, evening, through the night. Breaking the news, breaking the day, truth and insight our way. Every story, every play, live and clear we convey. Truth and insight our way. Truth and insight our way. Breaking the news, breaking the day, truth and insight our way. Every story, every play, living clear we convey. Every story, every play, and clear we convey. Truth and insight our way. Truth and insight our way. Depths revealed, voices bright, news in focus, black and white. Every angle